Hey, what is up, Guardians? Good evening. It's your buddy Two Toots here, and you're watching my YouTube channel, Twice the Toots. This is my very first commentary on a YouTube video before. I've done a lot of videos in the past, mostly stuff just to kind of track my own memorable moments from my gameplay in the Crucible. Really, though, in the last few weeks since the new patch has come out, saw a lot of feedback online, on Reddit, other YouTube creators, content creators, with a lot of mostly positive feedback, but some negative stuff as well. And it's kind of given me the inspiration to get off my horse and finally make some comments about what I'm seeing here in the Crucible. Now, since this is my very first kick at the can at commentary, it'd be a great favor if you could please leave a comment below in the comment section about what your thoughts were. If you liked the video, please give it a like, and if you want to see more of these videos, I intend on making more on a regular basis, maybe 2 or 3 a week to start, and see if we can make more from there. If you want to see more, of course, don't be afraid to hit the subscribe button, and I'll definitely be providing more content in the future. So, patch 2.5.0.2 or whatever god-awful number Bungie's given us now. It's been out for about 3 weeks, and I feel the reaction amongst the community has been typically strong. Most dedicated PvP players that you'll see your TVs, your MTASHs of the world, generally applauding the changes that have been made to make it more of a primary meta, to take away people's reliance on shotguns. However, there is a subset of people that they tend to speak the loudest. Players that have had the skill gap close on them because the reliance of that single shot kill, that one hit kill from the shotgun that can be done from the hip or at long great distances if you're using Matador 64s and Party Crashers, that's gone now. So now these players they're caught in duels with their primary weapons, and the fun factor isn't there for them. So I saw a posting on Reddit recently from a guy who was self-professed to be a 99% PvE guy, and the changes to shotguns and the ammo economy didn't make it fun for him anymore. Maybe you've seen this particular post, maybe you know the one that I'm speaking about specifically. This is really what has motivated me to speak with you guys today. I also seen a recent YouTuber who I completely value as a content creator stated that there's been no shift to the meta, that auto rifles are still useless, sidearms are running rampant, and weapons like Clever Dragon and Grasp of Malak are still the weapons that you should be utilizing, and I completely disagree with that commentary. I think before the patch you had yourself 6 solid weapons that were really viable. You had the Clever Dragon, you had the Grasp of Malak, you had the Ayaz Luna, you had the Palindrome, and then you had your secondaries, which was, if you're not using Matador 64 or a Party Crasher, you were dead in the water. Now, although not every archetype of weapon is viable, there's certainly more loadouts and more options that you can bring since the patch has been live. I find myself, I'm using Suros Regime on a regular basis. I've dusted off my Her Memory. It's my favorite weapon right now. It was never a good weapon to use, and I'm shredding people with it. Using Answering Cord, Shadow Price. Those are all solid choices, pardon me, and they're in that family of high impact, low rate of fire auto rifles. I think that those are really starting to see their day in the Crucible. High impact pulses are a solid option as well. They've never been usable. You would always go for the high rate of fire option. You got Parthian Shot, Spare Change 25, Hopscotch Pilgrim. In the case of the Spare Change 25, I've seen a recent post on YouTube from JMPXX. showing that that weapon has a time to kill that is equal to that of the last word. And sidearms, and although they are being used quite a bit because they bypass those changes to the ammo economy. I've been using them since Trials came to the Taken King. I've always thought that they were a great option in PvP. I feel like they're really starting to see the light of day in the Crucible. You've got your Wormwoods, you've got your Trespassers, your Dreg's Promises. If you're lucky enough to still have, from last year's Iron Banner and Iron Wreath D, I have a Conviction 2 that I'm absolutely in love with. There's a lot of options in the sidearm family that people are using, and I also like the proposed changes that Bungie's talking about. Restricting the ammo ability to stack on sidearms. I think that's going to be a solid change. And shotguns and snipers and fusions, you can still use them. They're still do the things that they've always done. I mean, you can see it in this gameplay here. You can pick up ammo, load the weapon, and get into situations where those weapons were viable from before. And there's also the transversive steps. I think these are a huge exotic in the new meta moving forward. The ability to pick up ammo and load your weapon right away has made a huge impact on my ability to use shotguns in this most recent Iron Banner. And that's an exotic that was completely lifeless before the most recent patch. I mean, I've never seen anyone use it or have a need for it, but in this latest update, they're having ammo load right into your gun right away. It's a huge advantage. Another great change about the most recent patch is what it's done to Supremacy as a game mode, and I'm really glad Bungie brought out Supremacy for Iron Banner for this particular month. Not having to run into a shotgun every 10 seconds while you're choosing whether or not it's great timing for you to go out and grab that crest is fantastic, and it's created a lot of tension when you're making those choices because your gunfights are from further away. You have to really make a good judgment call as to whether or not I'm going to go out and get that crest, or maybe I should hang back and keep picking guys off with my Parthian shot. And overall, I really believe that the changes have greatly opened up various loadouts and the gameplay in the Crucible. But please, tell me what your feelings are about the most recent patch in the comments below. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you next time.